as I do said, we have additional issues related, and I did physically scan. I scanned the whole evidence. There are cases related to fishermen, to suicide mission, and also typically concerns our general office concerns. But that is regard. There are four issues there which we can, of course, see how we can go with those overview here today. And then, and of course, there are several questions how we get them answered. And then we just we have to look at it. There, of course, we talk of this one, the major river Nile issues, and then we talk of major Lake Victoria issues. We talk of major Lake Turkana's issues. Of course, their purpose, those lakes and the rivers, their purpose, and then whatever the Indian Ocean or Pacific one, their purpose is to provide people with the basic water and basic fishing, fishing market. That's why in the fishing market we found a little bit blame was there. Several fishermen boats were damaged. Some of them, their boats, they are damaged. Of course, it cost them money to build those boats. Their manpowers they use, they are not like direct from manufacturers. They are the one manufacturing it. They cut the trees. They have to go and make the boats out of those trees, and then at the ends they come with those solutions. And then also the net which they're using to fish nets. Those fish nets, how to make them, how to manufacture them. They are also self-employment, which they are the one also adding and doing the job. Is quite a burden for them. And then also they do also the process of drying. But drying is different. Those who fish, they fish, and then they sell it to different to a certain group, to a certain traders. Those traders, they normally stay nearby the rivers, and then they commission the sea. The sea, and then there they offload the orders, and then of course they take them either direct fresh sale, either they have to go and dry them. Drying of those fish, of course, for those women who order them from either from village or wherever, for them to go and buy and then eat, because some of them they live very far away, no even a single water there nearby, no lakes, no river nearby, and then they have to go distant. Those fish normally they get exhausted and they're smelling bad and they're going out of order. So unless if they're dry like that, they normally get to those people as normal. But we see there on the videos, those trucks, they load it, and then those fish, they went too bad. We say please dry all fish respectively by our customers' orders, so that the woman get those qualities of the freshness which are shown to them across. And then please don't discommission them by putting too many roadblocks. The more you put roadblocks, because the price there normally goes up, and putting things into a bit very, very hard for those people. And then that's why if you look there in Kenya, in the around Nakuru area, and then you can see those street foods, how expensive they are. A fish like this, one tilapia fish, they have to sell you like 3 tilapia fish or 1 tilapia fish for 700 shillings. Impossible, I think. So that is impossible. Those are fish. If they sell 5 like this, 5 fish like this, 5 tilapia fish, heavy one, of course that could be for 20 people to eat at home. Sometimes we have 20 families there. Some people have 12, some people have 16, some people have 7, some people have 3, some people have 2, depends. So if you got it for 40 shillings, and then in Kenya or around Nakuru, and then how do you expect is that 5? If it's a bigger one, also is fine, depends. And then because you have to go buy oil, you have to go buy tomato, you have to go buy some veggies and then other things. There is also the money goes and goes. So if it goes the demands, and then that is the capacities of those areas that we found tradition as observers, foreign observers, and then how we observe, and then how we can feedback, from out of what we have seen. Of course, this is our feedbacks. We found usual feedbacks is to maintain the price cheapest, the expense. Let's think of the expense of the fishing nets, the fishing boats, and then the service they're offering around the rivers or around the lakes or the Indian Oceans. Those services there is all manpowers. They are servants, and then once whatever they catch it, don't say they're lame, don't say they're exhausted, they're poor qualities. Yeah, you can say poor quality because you want the price down. You can comply with them. They have to lower the price, but ensure don't try to decommission by burning those fish off their hand, or offloading them again and then loading them. That is a cost of different expenses going around the market. We ask, please don't do that, and then kindly. So the roadblocks they are there, of course. That is majorly concerned to those areas. And then we also went and talked of different wine has and most expensive things. Of course, yes. For the most expensive things, yes, we chatted that matter. Of course, those are this project which are standing there. Of course, how the homes were sold to us, the cars were sold to us, and then how we get some of them for free and unsold for cheaper price, whatever we get them $3, $10, $50, $130. 4 homes, like 4 apartments for $130. And then that's the least we know, because there are discounts which has been produced. We show you which provider and which website we have from. That's the Google sales and Google stocks which we get from. That is according to our company revenues. If the company revenues for those mortgages, the highest is $130, we put $130 there, or we put $129 there for the market stocks for the housings. Because we want to ensure, this is a Jumali, this is Kakuma, this is anywhere worldwide, and then we provide, the required areas for those projects which we are handling there. That's why we also try to introduce the most important thing, and then in my life. Those are the one I listed there. Of course, they are most expensive things I own in life. So that is the list we have there also charted. And then on the other areas, of course, this is the fish market price isn't not expensive. That's what we said. They are really cheap on daily basis. If you go to Uganda, you get those 5 fish for 500 Ugandan shillings. So that is hard corns. Hard corn is different 100, and then that is 200, that is 500, and then 1,000 the peppers. That's how they goes. So then if in Kenya, that is roughly 40 shillings for 5 fish, 5 tilapia fish, or this one other fish. And then the dependability is, of course, how you name the fish, and that depends upon. So that is just that overview. Of course, if we deal with addition, the so-called proportional, the other areas, of course, we received addition much complaint there yesterday, and then what exactly putting addition suicides around addition the people. That could be there are several suicides. How to battle those suicides is not easy. We said speakers. This is speakers, right? So this is speakers. So this is speakers. People normally use to speak. So we normally use to speak. So we do speak with that, and then to ensure we have our agendas listed, and then of course tuned. That's why it's regards. But on occasions of mission of the suicide, these are suicide orders. Of course, is a knife. You can see that this is knife, but it's not really saved. It's not secured. So that's why it's not saved and it's not secured. That's why we say so. So if we have additional cases, and then normally people are chatting cases, only those cases people are really chatting. There are quite several things. If you look at it, is mandatorily things which people are really doing on occasions to occasions, but that is regards, because there are cases on cases. So and then we went and we said, of course, if that is usually speakers, this is speakers. We do our own defense systems. That is speech, and then this is of course addition that knife. Someone is there, developing knife, and then people are really doing what is required. If we live in a society of safety, and then we need more safety, we need more awareness, and then so that people really get to what we really do. If my business is very busy, my head is busy, just my concentration is too much with people, for people fixing things, and then that could be my concentrations, and then that could be my dilemmas, what I do for livings. Resolving all the cases which come up, that is what I do for living. And then if the more I say it, and then the more you should respect. If you listen to it or you tune to it, you should get it. That will help me also understand you, and then understand other people, so that we can concentrate. That's why if you look at it, that yesterday clips which we have there from the UK, it is a suicide which happened to the members of parliaments. Is the same thing. The speaker is their concentration is different, addressing public issues and then public matters on regards to fixing public matters. And then it went and it went and it went and it involved different knife assault, and then also here we talk of different NFLs. Of course, NFLs of course we are more confused than the different than the contents of the NSFLs, because we are acting more confused. If it comes to speaking, we fail, because this is a confused. Confused is more safety. It has a safety, and then tomorrow you will get an eyewitness for that confused. The more you involve in confused. If we involve with this one, of course, that is studently, right? So it's studently. So we don't want that. In speakers, all the speakers, whatever is a parliament methods, whatever is which one, people normally use that to get what is required. Right? So because if you leave me at safe site, also leave you at safer site, that is what it is. But with the Kung Fu, we know you can survive. That is a hand to hand. People normally do that. That is a Kung Fu, because in NFLs, of course, if you get the meaning of NFLs, of course, NFL is different, is the act of a sports. And then the Kung Fu could be the kicking, and then the boxing, right? People, maybe the two people, maybe more people, which involve beating someone. But it has nothing to do with the weapon, it has nothing to do with enemies. So that is to do with what we are really handling with regards to different to public safety, and then also the future of public safety, because this is a word which we are handling, and then this is speakers, speech which we are handling to do what to do vision, to do a safety awareness for our futures in all means. Because myself, I get the impairments already involved too much here in my households. Someone tried adding price so that the market goes very high. If they do with this one, that the guy is thinking yeah, he can punch me with this one, my thoughts. All my thoughts will get confused. All my thoughts will die away. The good one, like this one, will die away. That's what we are thinking. So the base is this one. The base is this one. My idea, my content. That is the what we rely upon. So every individual also rely upon. So on occasions to occasions, and then we went, and then we said, yeah, if those are really the knowledge of our content is, I'm a consumer. I do only Kung Fu. I don't do with the rest of weapons. I specialize in Kung Fu. That's why I'm a speaker. I do only speak. Yeah. So that is the least content I can directly support in all this. So those overheat me, overheat my head, and then some others, of course, bypass, and then it went to other people, and then injure someone somewhere, a speaker somewhere, because the guy is very crazy, took a wrong business, thinking, yeah, they got that. The more they involve my content confused, they can squeeze somewhere and then fix their territories somewhere there. Why shall they go and fix their territories? You know, that is very good. So in what we do and in what we say, of course, is edition. The best is edition. We do the real blacklistings. The real blacklisting has been done there. Every individual know what is there for futures. My use for future is there. Every individual use for future is there. That is very good. So we said, if it comes to this one here, I can take it to the church. Okay, it's too much for me because that is godly. Because once they injured me, my future is damaged. My future is ripped. So they rip my futures, and then I may not be able to work the job. Will they be able to come and do for me the job? The person will do the job. If I'm injured at work, shall the person do the job on my behalf? They cannot do my job. That's why it's very, very hard and very tensional. So that's why we said what are best should be me who will do the job. If that will be me who will do the jobs, and then yeah, we said let's ask this one that God willingness, because that is God willingness, which is guiding our thoughts, which is guiding our contents, which is guiding what we do really right and which we do really wrong. So if that is a devil activity is really involved, because if this is the case, of course the devil is a liar. You know, the devil is a liar, as we said. So every individual, every speaker normally says, every individual normally says, it come from me, it come from you, it come from whoever, but every individual normally says that, and that is relates to everything that has been, of course, mandatorily put forward. But on occasions to occasions, of course, that is to do this one. We may say, yeah, let's if is this one is in form of this one with formations. We talk in part of this one Sudan case. We have mentioned that we can reform things and then we can renew things. We said that if that is God willingly, then of course, yeah, God given things. Individuals that are doing their contents. Every YouTubers, they have their contents. I may be involved here with the 41 women's. The other one is there involved with the 81 women's. Somewhere the other one have 5 women's. Somewhere the other one have 1 wife. And then the other woman is thinking, yeah, I should relate with 1 man. But that is a fault. The fault is from me, the fault is from the other one. They may fail. Why this one failed? The other one observed. The other one went and failed. You know, this kind of cases is very severe. It is very affecting the YouTubers. We know that, and then it's also affecting every individual's worldwide. And that is individuals matters, but individual control, as we say. But the content of the wording or whatever we said is speak, of course, and everybody control that, of course, mandatory. And then as it is, and then of course, yes, let it be that control by individuals as a reformation, as a renewal. And and then so that this should for future needs and for whatever needs, so that they may forgive those who doesn't know exactly what they are supposed to be done for their friends, for their family members, for whoever they commit to meet around, whether it's strangers and strangers, and which one, and the travelers, and how to travel, and to do their travel, and which one. This is a country we normally do travels, in the daily cases. So that's why we say so. So if this is the related matters, of course, we say it here. On occasions of this and of Sudanese land secrets, that is Equatorians. Of course, Equatorians, if you look at the Sudan land secrets, Equatoria is missing this and the so-called Miss Sudan. So over that area, because the word Miss Sudan has been given to this one, Miss South Sudan. So that is why is a missing. So if it's a missing, we say it, all the Equatorians men could be people who have the talents in the areas of who have not forgotten the management of Sudan in Equatorial regions. They are using this and the men as a mattress to sleep on. We don't want that to happen. It's like someone that has left me this kind of suicide. This is a weapon. Someone left to me to manage, and then all my weapons may be falling away. So this is used for cooking food. This is my cooking food, which I'm showing the example, okay, for cooking food. So if they begin falling away, and then I should use, because I cook here a lot. I've been here more than 10 years. I cook a lot, and then if I cook a lot, these are all cooked and all use weapons, right? They are all use weapons, so we cook with food. Cutting onion, which one, and you name it, and the fish and the meats and beef, That's why we do them regularly. So that's why if it's intentionally, like how shall I use this one, a woman? Why shall I not use a woman to instead of using the men? Why shall a man go and marry a man? That is wrong. We say it lesbianship, gayship, that is not needed in Sudan land. So that's the secret. Sudan secret, land secrets, because they can't here, they have forgotten everything. So let's pray hard for Sudan to get this and that Miss Sudan back in Equatorial regions, because Equatorial lost this and Miss Sudan there. All the Miss Sudan they escaped. Nobody there. So the area, this is my consecration as a Sudanese. So for me, the left was weapons. There are weapons injuring my thoughts even. Whatever I'm sleeping on my beds, my thoughts are injured. Could be by wrong elements, but could be by the rebels, because the rebels maybe have those kind of blacklistings. The best blacklisting, they change the blacklisting name to South Sudan. That's why we are not longer consecrating. So what is required down there, that is our consecration to pray hard, so that we intend that Sudan land secret, which is Miss Sudan, to be used as we are using to support ourselves, to get our promo code used in regular basis, so that we use this Miss Sudan as a mattress, and that they're using this and Mr. Sudan as a sleeping mattress. Is not appropriate. If Kenya is supporting South Sudan, that is inappropriate. And then it's of course conflicting our thoughts. All our thoughts is conflicted. If they found they are secured because there are 4 people at home, 8 people at home, I'm just myself. So this is the thought we are working here. So this is a totally others. So it's all a prayer we are sending to people, whoever, because the words normal clap people and then go to people. So that is the evidence. On occasions, of course, that is to do with the so-called tradition. Of course, the most past situations. and the most present situations of Sudan. If you look in our past in Sudan, in our past in Africa, to all our borderlines, 11 borderline of Africa, Sudan. So you may find, yeah, we are, of course, we have our past content within the Sudan. The beauty is there, the sweetness is there, the darlingness is there, of course, the careness is there, of course. That is too much for us, the men who are utilizing the daily use, whatever young one, whatever old one, whatever which one, medium one, use one, that is all the same. You know, we fall all on circumstances of our daily routines, you know, for all the daily uses. So if you look there, of course, that is mandatorily affected areas which we are just clarifying for futures generosities, you know, and to be used for futures. And we also talk of this one, that why our dollars become very weak. If you look at the dollars become weak, because yeah, this is the methods that they are using. We are concentrating. I want more money. I'm working here. This is my office work. I'm doing work here. I want to make more money and then travel to Africa and then live better again. But someone, if you concentrate with borrowing money to as we are working here, we borrow money. Thereafter collecting the money by force, you know, as if they can do someone off, you know. That is really not good. That is our dollar weaknesses here. So, and the mission of the suicide missions, and also the so-called assault cases which we are interference, and of course, that is too much killings and then too much damages to our future sets. And then what can we do, of course, to fix all these errors, and then of course fulfill it and then start by our rules, you know. That is just of course the areas that we found, of course, to be highlighted. And then also areas of issue of the roadblocks. So that is too much roadblocks. They should reduce those roadblocks cases. And then if it's because the Mali people has no respect, or they have no respect there, because they say they come with the hydro engine plant, the engine of our hydro in those areas where they are laying too much roadblocks. And then what can we do ourselves? So ourselves, we have to do is this and also ensure we bring many different plant which can transform different hydro in our regions. So by doing that, we can of course construct hydros and then implement and then try to work things as normal, you know. So that is to do with the issue of buying hydro generators and then involving with the shoulders, winds, and then you know, we can secure some errors. If someone has too much control, you know, over certain things, and then we are all in dilemmas, we don't have independence, and then the independence was granted and given to us by the colonizers in the years 1821 could be, and then many years ago. And then why are they still bothering people of the so-called stupidities, you know? So it's regard is not a good thing. So the well good thing is this one, that to make sure we encourage this one, the SPLM people, the Sudan people, Liberation Army people, with their card land, they have to move a little bit, quite a bit, if they are forgetting the politics. How, you know, a politics is a politics. A politics is a politics, so you cannot judge book by its cover. So you have to ensure you get the contents right. If you got the contents right, you are after the individual's contents, and then that is regards a safety for every individual. So we pray hard. We will readjust ourselves, and then we will know what to do, because this is a compromise. And then the copyright policies which we are supposed to do for individuals. You know, we normally stand. If it comes to this kind of orders, we work with them to market, work with them to farm. We farm with those kind of orders. These are our regular farm tools, of course, people normally use for cutting. And then in the farms, because every man normally goes to school, and then we've been to school, we use this one as our farming tools. So, but I'm not very sure of the cities. So even the cities, this is a city, and then our future in the city is different, but the village life is more different, because this is a village life we used to, and then we've been carrying in the village. So in regards, is all prayers guiding every individuals with their contents, with their consecration focus, which we are individually doing, because we can go with the 80, we see the 80 still. You people, you love each other, and then why shall it be a problems? You know, this is a city. We cook our mind. We say whatever your levels of educations, whatever your level of church levels, whatever your level of a family level, whatever your level of money, how rich your money is. Yeah, you cannot just use a force and then always be with the people who doesn't want to be with you. You have to go isolate yourself, right? You keep isolating yourself. The good one will come to you. The one that love your content will go to you. The bad one you have to educate them that they have to boycott you. You know? That is what we are thoroughly researching, and then we are thoroughly doing over and over. In the main occasions, if it comes to this one, the redos, and then of course the enforcements, which is supposed to do in speech, in words, in actions, and then in what we are really doing on daily basis, and what we are also failing, you know. So that is our replications as people, as a publics, as a communities, as church leaders, as governments, as business people, as customers, as whoever you call them, as travelers, you know. That is our regards, our dues, you know. But depends upon, you know. This is the all individuals things. So things good given to people in many ways. The other one have their own. Someone is not happy of. The other one is given this much. The other one is not happy of. But that is dependabilities, as I said. You do yourself the way the other one love. You are doing yourself, and then that's how the copiers will move to you, and then the failures will remain failed, and then you will build your own tactics how to ensure they remain a failure. You know, that is a one thing a solution, a one thing a failure, and advantages and disadvantages.